What's up, YouTube? My name is KozmykGG, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play the ranked game mode of Paladins Champions of the Realm, Siege. In this video, we're going to be going over all useful things like useful tactics, currency objectives, and even the comeback mechanic, so that you can get on your way to saving the realm.
I will make this a horrific scene of bloodshed.
You might even be thinking, I already know how to play Paladins. I've been master and ranked before. Trust me, no one's ever broke down ranked like this. But before we get into today's video, I just want to remind everybody right now to go ahead and like and subscribe this video. You're going to learn some new things today. Now, without any further ado, let's get into today's video. Let's start with the basics. Siege is a round-based game mode where each team of 5 players works to earn objective points to win the match. At the start of the match, everyone receives 450 credits, and each player can change their card loadouts, augmenting the abilities that they have. But that's something for a whole nother video. We'll get into that later. Respawning from any deaths that may occur while fighting for these objectives takes 12 seconds during the capture point phase and changes during the payload escort phase to 8 seconds for attackers and 14 seconds for defenders. 4 objective points are needed to win a match. These objective points are earned by taking control of the capture point, escorting the payload into the enemy team's base, or stalling the enemy team's payload until time runs out. There will be one capture point located at the very center of the arena that players will need to fight for. To capture a point, at least one player needs to stand inside of its designated area. Each team has a separate capture progress bar that won't be depleted in any way. If players from both teams are standing in the capture point's radius, neither team will be able to make progress until the opponents are removed from the area. If a team is almost done capturing a point and is interrupted, there will be a 3 seconds delay of overtime before that team can resume capture. The team that captures the objective gains an additional 300 credits for each player in the team. Once a capture point is taken by a team, a payload card spawns for them that must be escorted to the opposing team's base for an additional objective point. The payload phase lasts for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The payload will immediately stop moving if any players from the defending team stand near enough to it. The payload will start to move backwards after sitting idle for too long. If the timer runs out but there are still attackers around the objective, an overtime phase will begin, giving a last chance for the attackers to push and win. The overtime ends when either the payload reaches its destination or after 6 seconds of no attackers standing near the payload. The overtime counter will shorten the longer overtime lasts up to 1 second. The 4th objective point can only be earned by either capturing the point or escorting the payload. The capture rate of the capture points increases over the course of the match. The team, which is behind according to the score, get an advantage with the comeback mechanic. The comeback mechanic is a gameplay mechanic in Siege that gives the team, which is behind according to the score, an advantage while capturing the point. There are 2 different types of comeback mechanic. There's the full and half comeback mechanic. Let's start with the half. The half comeback mechanic always occurs when the team is 1 point behind at the capture phase. This team receives 3.9% every other tick while capturing. the team in the lead receives the regular 3% tick. The full comeback mechanic, on the other hand, always occurs when a team is 2 points behind at the capture phase. The losing team receives 3.9% each tick while capturing. The team in the lead receives still the only the regular 3% per tick. What this does is make the game fair. Well, maybe not fair, but it makes it winnable for each team. The comeback mechanic only makes it to where you can capture the point easily. There is nothing in this game that makes you push the payload any easier except teamwork. So keep this in mind while you're playing Paladins. If you ever find yourself up 3 points, this might be the game that you lose. You might be wondering, how do you stop this comeback mechanic from ruining all of your games? And it's easy. Remember those 450 credits that you got at the beginning of the match? That's how you beat these guys. Credits are a currency in Paladins earned by players during matches that is used to purchase items. Credits can only be spent during the match that they are earned and do not carry over to other matches. At the start of a match, each player receives 450 credits, which can be spent right away. Additional credits can be earned by accomplishing tasks like defeating enemy players, capturing objectives, pushing payload cards, etc. You might be wondering what those etceteras are, so let's get into that.
He wanted Sasuke.
Let's start with our flank champions. These champions excel in both damage and mobility to help them in combat, as well as chase and confirm kills from the enemy's rear. However, their low health pool makes them vulnerable to getting overwhelmed by multiple enemies at once if they do not have the element of surprise. But don't worry, if you flank the enemy team successfully, for each instance of 6,000 damage you deal, you will be rewarded with 20 credits. Oh man, if I would have died right there. The goal for you in a match of Siege as a flank is to remain as aggressive as possible. You want to always be shooting someone. If you see them, shoot them. I thought I was about to fall off the map. The easiest way to gain your aggressive task credits is to flank the enemy team from the side. You never really want to go straight to the point anyway, even as a tank, honestly. So as a flank, it would be even worse of an idea to go straight to the point. You also never want to get too comfortable in any one spot, because people move around these maps like it's nobody's business. You will get found and you will die. Another big responsibility of the flank is popping into the point every now and again and making sure that the tank isn't taking too much damage. A lot of people don't do this, and that's why their tanks die. But if you pop into the point for about 5 seconds, it takes a little bit of the heat off of the tank and the healer so that they can have some time to dip behind some cover or something and gain some health back. You also want to be mindful of your other flank. Make sure that if you're going to the left flank, that no one is going to the right flank to come behind your team and kill everybody. If you see someone flanking, just counter flank to that side, fight them. If you lose, at least your team didn't get beat from behind without even knowing. At least you tried. Oh, damn it, I toe tagged her. Oh, shit, dude. Now let's move on to our DPS, damage champions. These champions can consistently deal high amounts of damage, hence the term DPS, damage per second. Damage champions gain 100% more credits for dealing damage to enemy champions. Woo! For every 6,000 damage dealt by a damage champion, they earn 40 credits. This is actually a lot. Nice. Most damage champions can do 6,000 damage in the span of about 30-45 seconds if the enemy team is grouped up well enough. Damage champions are some of the hardest to win a game of Siege without, mainly because it's hard to knock down enemy teams without a lot of damage pouring out at them every second. What? I hit presence and nothing happened again.
A true warrior dies 1,000 deaths.
Your job is mainly to sit back and deal damage to anyone who is trying to aggress to or past the payload, or anyone who gets into your back line. I did not hit that fucking button.
Spend the credits.
Point spawning in 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Moving on to our support characters, these champions offer a wide range of utility, both offensive and defensive, depending on which one you select. However, they specialize in healing and causing chaos in enemy attacks. Support champions gain 100% more credits for healing allies. They gain eliminations from healing a target that gets the killing blow on an enemy. Support champions also gain ultimate charge from healing done to teammates besides themselves. Healing that restores 0 health, for example healing someone who is at full health, won't provide any ultimate charge. When it comes to spending these credits for support, a lot of you will benefit heavily from things like Chronos and Morale Boost and even Nimble.
Did I trick you? Bond grows stronger.
As a support player, you are the cream and crop of Paladins. You make this game thrive. Without you, we would all be dead and the realm would be desolate. Support champions gain 20 credits for each 6,000 health points that they heal. Self-healing does not count in this regard, sadly, but it only makes sense seeing as only a few of the healers can actually heal themselves. As a support champion, your job really isn't to deal damage, but mitigate it, heal it. Anytime you see someone's health bar dropping, it's your job to heal that back up. Playing support is really all about your positioning. If you position yourself well, you can not die the entire match. And if you're not dying the entire match, more than likely no one else is either. Most of the support characters' ultimates have healing abilities, so if you ever feel like your team is in a tough situation, just go ahead and hit E. And now we've made it to the part in the video where I no longer have to read. Frontline Champions are the best at maintaining control of objectives and protecting their teammates through shields, personal force shields, or just by taking fire. Frontline Champions gain 100% more credits for standing near an objective. You're stupid. You are too.
Killing spree.
As a frontline, you're supposed to stand on the circle with 5 people shooting you in the face. That's okay, because for each 6,000 damage done by those 5 enemies shooting you in the face, you gain 20 credits. Absorbing damage with shields or deplorable walls also gains you 20 credits for each 6,000 damage deal. This bitch died to her own fire. Oh wait, no, the Cassie killed her. I was about to say, bro. You down real bad. When it comes to the item store, as a frontline, you buy things like Cauterize, Rejuvenate, Kill to Heal, and even Haven. You might be thinking, but I'm a tank, I don't need Haven. I've already got DR. Trust me, you fucking need Haven. Well, I guess we won. Alright, at least got another point. Oops. Since you're going to be getting shot at by 5 people at the same time, it's really smart to stay near some cover while you're on point fights or even mid fights while pushing an objective. You just, cover is so important in this game because of Cauterize.
I will still stand firm. Be careful. Enemies behind us. Your aid is appreciated.
My #1 rule for playing Frontline and Paladins: never see your healer in front of you. If your support is in front of you, she's taking damage and she's going to die. And that means you are too, right after her.
I feel my hunger return. Our prey lurks on the flank.
Alright guys, if you like this video, if you learned anything new about Paladins, about Siege in general, please go ahead and give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Also, be sure to check me out live on twitch.tv/CozmykFN, where you can catch me playing Paladins weekly, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And also be sure to follow me on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I make content everywhere. But that is it for me today. I hope you guys liked the video. Hope you learned something. I hope you win all your fucking ranked matches. Later.